Hi, Max.
For
Good to
just
see you.
Good to see you too. Just for the beginning of this interview, can you state your name and your position here at the Illinois Media School?
My name is Mike Jacobson. I am the Education Director here at Illinois Media School.
Fantastic. Let's just start this off. Just what led you to the Illinois Media School, just to be a part of the whole school itself?
Well, I originally came to IMS as a student back in 2008. I graduated in 2009. I got my four-year degree at University of Iowa in communications. Went into a family business, decided it wasn't for me, and I've always wanted to pursue broadcasting, so what better way than to come here at the Illinois Media School. So at that time it was the Illinois Center for Broadcasting,
Right.
but now the Illinois Media School, and it's the best decision I ever made. And always had a passion for broadcasting, always loved sports radio. That's what I wanted to get into. And, life's about risk. And I decided to take a risk and pursue my dream and got a 10-year career out of it. So, and after that, I believe in the school so much that I wanted to come back and give back to fellow students, I should say fellow future students and future job seekers like I was at one point, and decided to come back as a teacher, and that parlayed into a full-time position here, which I gladly accepted. So
Awesome.
it's a great school.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you there. So with the Illinois Media School, their hands-on program, what do you think? What do you think of it? Is it super beneficial? Are there any pros and cons with it?
The reason what sets Illinois Media School apart from other broadcasting schools, whether that be Columbia, Northwestern, some of the ones that have a little bit more accolades, quote unquote, is they learn the theory of broadcasting. Here we actually do it. The first day that you're here, you're putting your hands onto things. You're getting behind a mic, you're getting behind a camera, you're getting in front of a mic, in front of a camera, you're touching a TriCaster. I mean, from day one, we put you into it because that's the way the business is. We teach you exactly how it is. Whether, once you start interning and once you start getting into the industry, you realize that you have to know how to use the equipment. And that's what we teach here. And you also, the theory of broadcasting, that's great, but if you don't know how to record yourself, that's not really going to help you. So that's why I think sets us apart, that we not only teach you radio, television, and web, because that's the way our industry has evolved, is that you do need to know web and Facebook Live and social media in terms of Twitter and Snapchat and everything else. It's just you have to be prepared when you get out into the world more than what you would learn in a lecture hall. And when you add into the broadcasting world with the knowledge that we give you here, and I am proof that it works, then you're in good shape. As long as you engage and actually put the effort in, you'll be just fine.
Alright. That kind of ties into my next question of how do you think this form of education compares to a traditional four-year school?
Yeah.
The differences.
It's completely different because for one thing, it is an 8-month program, so we do everything at a rapid pace, but that's the way this industry is. You have to learn on the go, on the fly, essentially, and there could be times where it's overwhelming. There's times when real broadcasting jobs are overwhelming, and it's kind of a baptism by fire thing, where sometimes you get thrown into something and it's intimidating at first, but that's the only way you're going to learn. And again, that's getting your hands on things. There could be a semester that I was at the University of Iowa getting my four-year bachelor's degree, where I felt like there was 6 months that went by in a year and I didn't really learn anything. And I was at class every day. I took notes, all that, but is there anything that I took from those 6 months? No. Here, within the first week I was here, I was retaining information and learning more than I did in 4 years sometimes, the whole time I was there. So that's what's different here is, plus it's more personal here. Our teachers all work in the industry. So there's not one person that teaches here that's not currently in media, and that is hugely and vastly important because it benefits our students because they know they're getting taught by people that know how to do it, and they're making a living doing it. And the fact that they can see that as compared to, you know, a teacher in a lecture hall at the University of Iowa who teaches communications, but his only job is teaching communications. He doesn't know what goes on in a television studio. He doesn't know what goes on in a radio studio like our teachers do. So I would say that that's the biggest difference, is that our instructors live the curriculum and they're proof that it works because that's the reason why they teach it. And it ultimately benefits the student.
Yeah. And then finally, you might have already touched upon it, just in general, but is there anything in particular that you think that the Illinois Media School does really well or sets it apart?
I would say the thing that separates Illinois Media School from other schools is that we are reality based, if that makes sense. You know, what we learn here can't really be learned in a book. What we learn here is inside the studio and inside the classroom. That's very important, and there are things that I'm sure you have learned, that I've learned in the classroom, that have been beneficial, but nothing is more beneficial than the hands-on training that we offer you here. And that is what sets us apart from other places, because when we put students out into the world, if they put their full effort in and are engaged every single day and are willing to learn and work on different equipment and make themselves feel comfortable with being uncomfortable, they're going to be that much more prepared when they get sent out into the broadcasting world than anybody that went to Columbia, Northwestern, what have you.
Hey, I agree with that statement too. Because I went to NIU for 4 years, and now I'm here, and it's a lot of the same things that you're talking about. Where like the first week, it's like I didn't get any of this.
Exactly.
4-year school.
And you know if you have an internship here at one of our radio stations, or you actually intern at a terrestrial station in town, that's another great way to learn, because you're actually doing it. You're not reading about doing it, you're actually doing it, and that's what sets us apart.
Right. So that's all I got really for you.
Cool.
I'd like to thank you again.
Thanks for having me, Max.
Interview you.
And Brandon and Jacob.
We really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
So, I think we can
take something out of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Definitely, yes.
So I know I ramble sometimes, but